And step number 1, guys, make sure you pick a side. So after you copy the question down from your textbook, number your step, starting with the side that is prettiest or ugliest? Ugliest, okay? So out of these two, which side's uglier, left or right? Left. So start with that. So step number 1, write down the side that you are using to prove. Now keep in mind of where you want to get to. Okay. All right, let's go. What are we trying to get to, Mia? We're going to take this ugliness and turn it into what, Mia? What's on your team? What's our goal? Team, what's our goal? All right, guys. What's next? Tell me. There's no lecturing. This is where we're gonna try it all out. So convert everything in terms of sine and cosine? Perfect. That's one of the guidelines, okay? So cotangent is cosine divided by sine. Tangent is sine divided by cosine. All right. Now what? Okay, we can totally distribute. Hey, if you guys ever get stuck, do not erase your work. Just simply cross it out, leave it there, move on, try it again below it or to the right of it. Okay, distribute, we would get, remember when we distribute, we go like that, right? If we distribute, what's happening to the first fraction? Yeah, and then would you guys agree? Okay, so sine of theta times cosine of theta over sine of theta plus, on the other side, would you guys get sine square? Now what? Oh, sure, let's cancel. It looks beautiful to me. This is totally what I would do as well. We can put it over 1 if you want. You don't have to. Now what? Okay. So we are going to go, okay, cosine of theta. You want to take sine square and make it what one more time? 1 minus cosine square of theta, like that. Okay. Now what? So close. Is it okay if I write 1 over 1 or not over 1? Yeah, that part is not important. Remember what the guideline says when you have multiple fractions, what should we do? Yeah, right? When we have the quotient, the difference in sum of quotient, try to make it as one quotient. Remember this? So how would we go about making this as one quotient? Yeah, common denominator would be what, guys? Cosine. So we would multiply this by cosine and this by cosine. Okay. So now I have cosine square over cosine plus, okay, here's where we're at. So close. Now what? I'm out of space here. Step number 7. Denominators are the same. You are right. So put it over one denominator. So now it becomes one fraction. Now what?
Now, cosine squared theta minus cosine squared theta.
Yes. Yes or no? Like that? Which is? Yes. Woo, woo. Look at that. Okay. Now, it's not the only way to get here, okay? So the book has its own steps. Try not to copy the back of the book because it's not going to help you at all. All right, B. Which side looks scary? The first side? So left side? Okay. So again, copy this first on your homework, then step 1. All right. Next, what do you want to do? Yeah, let's try. We could look at the goal. We want to get to sine divided by 1 plus cosine, right? So cosecant is 1 over sine minus cosine divided by sine again. Yes or no? Now what? Same denominator, so can we put the numerator together? Yep. Oh man, it looks so similar, but it's so not. So now what? Carla? What's the word? Yes, I love you for saying the word conjugate. Yes. Multiply by the conjugate. You are correct. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move it up here. That's step 4. So on the top, 1 minus cosine square, right, students? All over sine of theta times 1 plus cosine of theta. Now what? Keep in mind your goal.
1 minus cosine squared theta is sine squared theta.
Okay. Okay. What now? Yeah, reduce. And then are we there after we reduce? Yep. So now there's 1 sine on the top. The bottom sign disappear. And then we still have 1 plus cosine theta. So now, guys, when you guys are done, put your initial on it. So that way I know you are done. All right. C. Which one looks scarier? Definitely the left. Okay. So let me see. D, E, F. Ooh, okay, just a couple more. All right, so C said left side. So I'm going to write sine square of theta minus tangent of theta all over. All right, you tell me what to do. So every proof is slightly unique. What would you try?
Rewrite sine squared theta as 1 minus cosine squared theta.
Rewrite sine squared theta, 1 minus cosine squared theta? Try? Sure. If it doesn't work, okay, 1 minus cosine squared theta. What else? I know, can't lecture this one. What would you try? Huh? I don't know, we're just trying. Okay. I'm just a writer, guys. I'm just... Oh, okay, so... Okay. All right. Keep it. All right. Minus. Okay, so sine like this, right? All right. Can I write division, students, sideways? Okay. Which is what I would do. Anytime you guys have fractions, start writing division sideways. Now, cotangent is cosine divided by sine, okay? There's no wrong way or right way, especially when we're just learning it the first time. Okay, now what? What's our goal again? You have to get tangent square. It looks so simple.
I'm going to be wrong.
It's okay.
Can you cancel out the sine over cosine and the cosine over
So let's say sine over, like here and here?
Yeah.
No, because this is a whole chunk, Cammy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could we rewrite sine squared theta as sine?
It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Just like if we're wrong, we just cross it out.
Did we find a common denominator?
Yeah, right. Let's try that. Would you guys agree that this is all over 1 anyway? Okay. All right. Common denominator for the first bracket would be cosine. Would you guys agree? All right. So I'm going to write cosine of theta times sine squared of theta over cosine. True or false? True. So minus sine of theta all over cosine. Not doing anything with that one. Divided by, what's the common denominator here? Sine. So sine of theta times cosine square of theta all over sine of theta minus. All right. Now what? We did it. What shall we do now? Okay, you're right. Combine the numerator. So I'm going to go cosine of theta times sine square of theta minus sine of theta all over cosine of theta divided by sine of theta cosine square of theta minus cosine of theta all over sine of theta. You are good so far. And then I'm going to go over here for 5. Notice how I'm going down and right and left, so that's my numbering. It's important. What now, y'all?
Simplify.
Okay.
So
What?
the sine and the cosine.
So cross out, which one are you thinking? Sine and cosine where?
From the cosine.
Right here?
Yeah.
That's not legal. Again, this is a couple, so we got to factor before we can reduce. So if there's a minus or addition at all, you can't simplify until it's being multiplied. So is it possible for us to factor? What can we factor? Yeah, the first fraction, can you guys see that we have sign in common? Yeah, okay, let's factor it out. Also, when you're dividing by a fraction, what else can we do? Yeah, okay, so multiple things. Okay, so we can definitely try to, and again, if we're wrong, we can cross it out. Take out a sign, then we would have cosine left, yes or no? And then one sign, true or false? And then minus what? Minus 1, and that's all over. This is just the first fraction. Okay. Then divided by. If we're doing that on that fraction, what should we do on the second fraction? Yeah, take out cosine. Then we are left with a sine here and a cosine, and then minus what? 1, all over what? Sine, okay? Ooh, so close. Do what? Rewrite as a multiplication. Dividing a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal. All right, now what? Now you can say what, Rachel?
Take out the.
This chunk? Are those identical? Yeah, right? 2 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 2. It's just not. All right, so now what do we have? Sine times sine on the numerator becomes sine square, true or false? And then cosine times cosine become cosine square, which is tangent square, and that is definitely our goal. I'm out of space, so I'm gonna look at that, y'all. Initial at the end. So the first one, we got 9 steps, okay? Second was 6, this one's 8, cool. Okay, D is slightly easier, so why don't you guys try D? I'm gonna give you guys like a minute head start, or 2. Let's do 2-minute head start. Let me get my timer. But this one doesn't matter the side. Nope, they're both equally not pretty. Are you done?
Yeah.
Oh, what did you start? Right or left?
Left.
Okay. Is that one pretty easy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you know what D, try the bottom ones. You have to go all the way to E, F anyway. All right, who wants to give this a shot? Oh, sure, Cami. Step number 1. Which side?
So I work on one.
Left, so I'm gonna write that one down first. Okay. 1 minus sine. Okay, and then what did you do next?
I multiplied with the conjugate.
Yes, conjugate. Yep, sounds good. So 1 plus sine of theta. And then 1 plus sine of theta. Yeah?
And so you'll have to use this multiply by theta. So you get cosine theta times 1 plus sine theta all over 1 minus sine squared theta.
Perfect. And then what?
And then I take the 1 minus sine squared theta to cosine squared theta.
Okay, so this one is changed to cosine square of theta. Okay. Let me write. Okay, and then what did you do after that?
The cosine later as 1 plus sine squared theta over cosine theta.
Right, one of the cosines will reduce, and so now on the top we have this, and then cosine theta remain. Is that our goal? Oh, cool. Cami, what's your last name? Okay. Ooh, CL. Cool. All right, let's do E. Which side are you starting with? Oh, the right. Okay, yeah. This is like our only right so far, okay? So cosecant of theta minus sine of theta. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes to give it a shot. When you're done with that, go to the last one. Yeah, for these ones, guys, you just have to try. Okay. You totally can reduce because this is just multiplying. Yeah, for sure. Carla, are you done with E? Oh, tell me, what did you do next?
Okay, so I rewrote it as 1 over sine squared minus sine.
Wait,
sine
1 over sine first, right?
Sine.
Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna put it over 1 like that. Is that okay? And then, did you write the division like underneath it or sideways?
Sideways.
Okay, I like it. I would do the same too. All right. And then what is your next step?
And then I found a common denominator, so it was 1 over sine minus sine squared over sine.
You're right. So that would be sine square over sine. And then and then divide this by, okay? And then what?
And then I combined the numerators.
Oh yeah, totally. So 1 minus sine square is now all over sine. Can I do this, multiply by its reciprocal? Or do I not need to?
Well, I did that, but it was after I turned the 1 minus sine squared into cosine.
Okay, so, oh, you're gonna go, okay, I see what you're doing. Oh, what's our goal? I forgot. Cotangent square? Okay. And then this one, you said this becomes cosine square?
Yes.
All right, over sine, like that?
Yes.
And then times now to 1 over sine?
Yes.
Okay. And step number 6, I'm up here. All right. And then what did you do?
That equals cosine squared over sine squared.
Okay.
So then that equals cotangent.
Perfect. Yay. All right, CS. You got it. All right, do F. Is F easy or hard? Easy? Okay. Which side? Left or right? Left? Okay. So Rachel, want to give it a shot?
Sure. So, yeah, I just chose the left side. And so I turned cosecant sine cubed there. I turned that this is 1 minus and then 1 over sine theta.
So this is 1 over, like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then?
And then
This stays?
sine cubed theta.
Like over 1. Okay, yeah, I would do the same. Yeah.
So then I just multiplied this together, so it'd be 1 minus sine cubed theta over sine theta.
1 minus, one more time? Oh, okay, I see it.
Theta
Yep.
over sine theta.
You are right.
And so then I just simplified that into 1 minus sine squared theta.
1 minus, yep, you are all perfect.
And then that turned into cosecant squared.
You are right. Yay. Excellent, you guys. All right. RL. Perfect. Oh, you guys are both L's. All right. I'm going to stop here, guys. Go ahead and do